Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys our first quarter homeschool update. It's exciting. I have my plum paper planner in front of me, so if you see me looking down, I'm like looking at the notes. But this is just an update from all the way from the beginning of the school year. We started in, let me see, August. When did we start? Our first day of school was August the 6th. So I have to remember all of those things. That's why I have notes. All the way till, now. Which we're in October, which is crazy. Like, I was just thinking in my head how crazy it is how fast the first 9 weeks went of our homeschool. It's good, but then at the same time, I just can't believe we're going to be, going through the holidays and Thanksgiving and Christmas soon. Like, what happened? COVID last year went so slow, and then I feel like this year is just like sped by. So let me just give you like a little update on our lives and what's going on extracurricular wise and just classes and co-ops and like everything like that really quickly. And then I'll talk to you guys about like the academic stuff because, just to kind of feel what's going on. There's so many things I want to share that it's been so long that I feel like I need to catch you up on things. I did my homeschool schedule with you guys, and I share with you guys our new homeschool schedule, and I said it might like change a little bit because of all of the classes that I needed to register for, and I wasn't sure as of yet. And so this is what's going on. So we've been having basketball with my son, and we're going to be doing soccer pretty soon coming up. So we're going to be transitioning from basketball to soccer, and it might overlap a little bit. We're also doing drama club with our co-op, and we're doing an architecture class with our co-op, and another class doing like a park day, but it's more for my younger son. He's in 2nd grade. It's just they do a lot of fun classes together, so we're going to be doing that once in a while. Some of these places are a little far for us to go to, so we're going to try to just go when we can. And we do like a monthly art presentation through Zoom, and that's really fun as well. So we have like a lot of things going on as far as our co-op classes go. It's a little crazy because I did try to, I did register for more than probably what I should have. That's probably why you haven't seen me, because I've been busy and I've been trying to figure out like what is working for us. I wanted to share with you guys our first week. Oh my gosh, going back all the way to that time. We had a really fun time because we went to a park and a science exploring with our friends, and we just got to enjoy just the outside. It was super, super hot, but they had fun, like a field trip starting off the new school year. And we just did math and language. And we did handwriting, so very, very simple start to our school year. And it was only like 1.5 days that we actually did school for that week. So that was a good week, guys. If you ever plan on a first week back to school, just do like 1 or 2 days and you'll thank yourself later, because it's nice to have just 2 days to think about things. And they opened up all their stuff, and I'll maybe show you a clip here. I got them like new like school supplies and went a little overboard, but that's okay. It was fun. The second week, we started doing our history with Story of the World. We are doing Middle Ages, and so we actually, we're not halfway through it yet. Last year we did some, and this year we're just continuing on, and we're going slow throughout the Middle Ages, and it might take us 2 or 3 years to get through it, but I wanted to make it fun. If we're into something like Robin Hood, if we're into some like some type of time period in the Middle Ages that we really feel like we want to like work on more, we can go through it slower, do a project. I'm not really big on crafts and projects, so when I do say Story of the World, I'm not doing all the things, like very, very minimal things. I try to do some stuff for my kids, but very minimal. So we've been learning with our history, England after the conquest, the English language, the serfs and the noblemen, the stone castles. That was fun. We read a book on Castle Diaries about this page that served in the castle, and read some of his diary. We didn't read the whole book, but some of it. And then we read about knights and samurais. That was really interesting with the Japanese knights, and then the English code of chivalry. Then now we're reading chapter 18, the Age of Crusades. Very, very interesting. So we are doing that. Field trips were really, really good this year. I'm trying to do more stuff with my husband and I on the weekends. So we went to the beach a few times, collected shells, walked on the sand, just looked at lots of like sea creatures and stuff. We went to a place for turtles that is a turtle rehabilitation center, and it's really close to us, and it's beautiful. We got to see tiny little turtles, and we got to see big turtles. Some of them are missing like their little arm and stuff like that, so they're rehabilitating them, or they have them safe there because they can't go back out into the ocean. We saw lots of like stingrays and fish in the big tanks, and it was just a beautiful time. We went to a butterfly trail, like a nature trail, so it's super close to our house, and I want to go like every other month, but we had a fun time. We went to a tree park for a field trip with my friends, and then we went with my mom. All these different types of trees from different countries we learned about, and there was like waterfalls and nature trails and stuff like that. That was so great. So those were the things that I think were like the highlight of our first quarter. I would say that the kids enjoyed the most. As far as curriculum goes, I'm going to do it really quickly because I've been talking for 13 minutes, but this is a chatty video, so bear with me. Hopefully you guys are, enjoying your coffee, drinking your water, listening on your earbuds while you're doing the dishes. So you could speed me up too if you know this little area where you can click on it, and you could speed me up to like 1.5 so it goes a little bit faster because I talk a little slow. But what was it called? Oh yeah, so I wanted to talk about academics. So my fourth grader, she's been doing lots of reading, tons of books. Like I have a huge pile here. I shared a video with you guys prior to this or after of all the books that she's read and what she likes and what she suggests and recommends for your fourth graders or third graders. So that is what I shared in a video. So I will link that down below if I've done it already. If not, you'll see that video soon. Same with my son. Some of the books that he's read with me, I shared in a video in our read out louds. So that video is out there somewhere. So yes, she's reading a lot. She's doing great with reading. I couldn't be any more proud of her. She inspires me to read. It's amazing. We have a book club where we read the Who Was books together, and then we discuss it every week. And we try to read like 2 chapters at a time. That's working out great. We just started it, so we finished 1 book. We read Jane Goodall, and it's been great. She really loves her because she's a lady that loves animals. Like all the apes and gorillas and stuff that she studied was very interesting. So that was cool. My daughter's math, she uses BJU, and then once a week we do teaching textbooks. So they might do 2 lessons a week on teaching textbooks, which I love. It's so great. It is something that I think is wonderful to incorporate in your homeschool if you can afford it. It's really inexpensive. We do Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, BJU, and then she'll do teaching textbooks on Thursdays, because our Thursdays are very different than our Mondays through Wednesdays. So that is what she does. She's so far doing, I think she's done fractions, review improper fractions, mixed numbers, reviewing multiplication, division, getting that down. She's still trying to memorize her multiplication times tables, which is totally fine. I know with our evaluator, she was saying that eventually for 4th grade, it's really important for them to memorize it, which I can totally understand why, because with division and everything, it's super important. So yes, she's doing that. Sometimes she doesn't love it so much. Sometimes she's enjoying it. So lots of the beginning of her math book was review at the beginning of the school year. So it was like easy for her. And then now it's just reviewing like multiplication, division, and stuff that she struggles with a little bit more, but she totally understands how to do it. It just takes longer, more patience, and more time. So that's what I would say with that. With teaching textbooks, she reviews the stuff that she's doing in BJU. And so it's just a nice way to have her learn math a different way through lessons online. And they teach, and they could play games. And she enjoys all the things about teaching textbooks, but she likes to do both. She doesn't want to stop BJU. So that's why we're doing both right now. For her language arts is the Good and the Beautiful level 4. And she is enjoying the grammar part of it. She's enjoying the pastel drawings that they do. The geography is really nice. She's learned about Italy. We baked some things from Italy, like gnocchis. Now she's learning about Mexico. The thing that she doesn't like about it is the reader that has the stories that they want you to read. She really doesn't enjoy. I tried reading it with her. She read some. I let her skip some chapters. It's okay. Nothing. It's not like she's going to miss out on something amazing. She has a huge stack of books that I shared with you guys in another video that she's been reading. So I told her, as long as she's reading a book that she really loves and she's talking to me about it and telling me about it and writing in her reading log book, which is right here, I told her, you know what, that's okay. Sometimes I want to read some of the chapters with her, because right now we're reading about Mexico, and I just think it's, I don't know, I just think it's fun. So I read it to her, or sometimes we just don't even do it. But the things that she loves right now is she's doing these pastel drawings. I think she made a cactus. She's made a really beautiful like picture in Italy with the fields and trees, and they showed her step by step how to do it, and she presented it to her art class the other day and they really loved it. It was really cool. And now she just finished doing a volcano in Mexico, or as she says, Mexico, and it's really cool. So she's really understanding that medium of using pastels in her art, and so it's great because now when we have our art classes, she presents those pieces of work and I don't have to do anything extra. They have a step-by-step like drawing of what she's doing, and she's very good at looking at it and not needing my help for it. So for me, it's a win. The grammar part and the homophones and learning contractions and verbs and nouns, and she's doing sentence diagramming. Those things she finds simple as far as like reading the instructions and doing it. She has a spelling and a writing workshop book that's separate, and so I should have all of these in my hands, but I don't. So she enjoys that. The spelling is really, really good. It's like a bit challenging, not too hard. They go through a bunch of words. Whatever they get wrong, they practice that unit. I love that idea. It's wonderful because she's not doing words that she finds easy. Love the way they do that. The creative writing sometimes is more difficult than others because they ask her to write more, a paragraph here, a couple paragraphs here. I think it's wonderful. Sometimes she complains, but we talk together and I tell her that, look, you're doing this creative writing, you're writing more descriptive. She's reading good books. It's very good to have those two together. So when you are writing on your own, it's, helpful, because on Thursdays, instead of doing the Good and the Beautiful, she does the Good and the Beautiful Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursdays she does her own creative writing. She sits in my room, windows open, puts music on, relaxes, and has her time to write a story. So sometimes she's written letters to an author, sometimes she's done a little short story, other times she does a long story. Right now she's into writing a chapter book. Her friend locally has made his own book, which I will link down below, and it's on Amazon, and we read it and she's inspired. She's inspired to write her own book. So she's been working on that. So Thursdays are her days to do creative writing. I asked her, like, what does she love about it? She likes that she could use her imagination and that she could go anywhere in the story, write whatever she wants down. She doesn't have to listen to anybody, like, ask her to do a specific paragraph about something and use transitional words. And, like, she just likes it because she could just show her personality. That's what she told me to tell you guys. So if your kids are reluctant to writing, she said, I said, what about the kids that don't like writing? And she's like, well, let them write a birthday card, or let them write a letter or a poem or a song. And so that is what we do. If my kids want to write about something, I'll just have them just do something fun. My son, on the other hand, he doesn't write that well, where he could, he's in second grade. So I'll have him like dictate a story to me and I'll type it out. I used to handwrite it. It's a lot faster to type. So right now he's into writing his own story. So that is what my daughter does for math and language arts. So my son, I wanted to chat to you guys about with his math and his language. Like I said, BJU, teaching textbook language arts, is the same as my daughter's. So BJU, he's loving it. He likes it. Some days we do a couple pages, but lately we've been just doing like just one page back and front because we're learning new concepts. The stuff that he's very familiar with, he goes through it fast. The stuff that's new concepts, we go through it slow, which is fine. Right now he's working on half past the hour and working on telling time, and like this is the start time and then this is when they end. How many hours is that? 60 minutes to an hour, a half hour. He's learning about those things. It's a review from last year. He's doing I think he's going to be getting into longer like subtraction and addition and stuff like that. They did do that last year, I think 2-digit addition and subtraction. So we're going to be doing that soon. I've been learning on teaching textbooks, rounding up to the nearest 10 and rounding down to the nearest 10. With teaching textbooks, it's like second, third grade level. So a lot of people start their kids in it in second grade or third grade. It just depends on the kids' level of where they are at their math. But he's learning different concepts. I could tell it's a little hard for him if it's harder, the concepts to learn, and then I'll go over it with him. And then other times he's fine. So it's just things that are new to him are harder, and we just go over it together. But he likes to do teaching textbooks. like a sister once a week. Sometimes he'll do a couple lessons, sometimes he'll just do one, and they love the quizzes where it's like this fast-paced quiz where they get extra points, and so they're enjoying that. As far as his language, I'm going to save the best to last. His language arts, the Good and the Beautiful Level 1, is probably the most surprising curriculum surprise for me for him. This year, I did not know that he would be so into it. He loves it. We finished Unit 1. We did the Unit 1 review, which was excellent. There's lots of cutting, and he cut out a lot of games that we played that were more hands-on at the end to reinforce and try to figure out if he, you know, should move forward to the second unit without practicing, because they want to make sure that the kids have learned everything that they need to learn in Unit 1 before they go to Unit 2. And so it was wonderful. I feel like he enjoys it so much more than I thought. I thought the Good and the Beautiful would just be something my daughter would do. I thought he would really want to do master books if he had the opportunity to switch it out. He's loving it. I am just totally shocked. Not that he couldn't do it, but I just thought he would want to learn a different way maybe, or have a shorter like lesson. But the way they changed the additions from when I did the first level with my daughter to how it is now, it's way more comprehensive. It's way shorter lessons and lots of variety, and you don't have to spend as much time doing it. He still does all of his personal readers. Like he reads these books like The Little Bear Treasure and The Tales of Buttercup Grove, and his reader from The Good and the Beautiful. We're still reading those. We do like Lego readers. So we do read like 15 minutes or so. He reads to me, and then we do our sight words and our phonics words, and he does his lessons. Sometimes it's like, you know, copy work. A lot of the lessons that show that I need to dictate to him a sentence for him to write down, he will just look at the book and write it down and do copy work because he's not there yet. He prefers it that way. So when it comes to like doing that, if your kids are not ready for it, I would just have them copy it out of the book and do copy work, which I feel is sometimes even better because they can see how it is written. Maybe when we're into the book a little bit further on, I'm going to start dictating it to him so he can write it down. But right now he's not willing to do it, so I'm just like going to have him do copy work. But he really likes the Good and the Beautiful Level 1. I'm shocked, like I said. And so it's just been enjoyable for me to teach him. And it's not too much for him, and it's not too little. Like, it's a little challenging, but it's not too easy. It's like right in the middle where he's at. And we still do explode the code once in a while, but it's not something he does every single day. I have him do it like twice or 3 times out of the week, and he still does his handwriting. So he's still doing his handwriting with Handwriting Without Tears, the printing power one, which is so excellent. It's really, really a good way for him to get his handwriting down. And the beginning of it was awesome for just having things done the correct way in the correct direction. And now they're going into like doing letters or making a short letter and going into words that sound the same but are not the same meaning. So it's really, really good. I totally recommend that Printing Power Handwriting Without Tears for a second grader. I think it's done a great job with helping him with his print, and then also you're learning other things. And I highly recommend the Good and the Beautiful handwriting because my daughter's doing the cursive right now. My son's also done handwriting with the Good and the Beautiful too, but I feel like for second grade I wanted something more, and the Handwriting Without Tears is a really good program for second grade. I highly recommend it. We've done the kindergarten one, which I think was really good too. That is everything in a nutshell, and it's a very long chatty video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Sorry if I chatted on too long, but I wanted to give you guys a whole like picture of what we're doing for our first quarter. Thank you guys so much for watching my homeschool update. If you guys are still here and you're still listening, thanks. I would love for you guys to subscribe to my channel. It's free if you guys have been here for a long time and you're watching another one of my homeschool updates. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.